videos the way I look right now, but I just woke up and I'm about to get ready for work, and I'm gonna listen to Empire of the Vampire while I get ready, and when I get home I'm going to sit down and read. So yeah, my raspy voice. Okay, let's get to it. So I am now on chapter 3. I really like it so far. I really like the banter. I think it's just kind of funny between the vampire and the monster, and just how he like insults him. And just like I was laughing for sure. I'm on the part where he like just got to his mother after he got a little spicy with that woman, and then bit her, and then was like, hey, don't scream. And then she screams because she's a stupid bitch. I mean, I don't know if she's a bitch. Come on, like, you guys loved each other and you're gonna scream, like, excuse me? So we'll see what happens. I also want to mention that so I started listening to the audiobook just because I didn't have time to sit down and read it just yet. So I was listening to the audiobook, and I like the voice acting in the audiobook. It's really good. I get a little scared sometimes because some of them are absolutely awful. So I try, but it's really good, and yeah, I'm excited. So it's super slow at the store, so I'm listening to my audiobook, and I don't know why, but the scene where the vampire Gabriel was talking to the monster, and he wanted to see his tattoos, so he took off his shirt. I was like, oh my god, is this gonna be like some bromance that's gonna happen in the future? And I'm like I don't know if I'm reading into something. Is something gonna happen? Something gonna happen? I'd be fine with it. They've got some banter going on, so I already talked about that, but okay, I'm gonna go back to listing because I need to do some stuff while at work. So I forgot. I also got to the part where he that guy gave him his sword, and he was gonna call it Little Lion, I think it was. I need to go back and check. If I see it in the book, it'll help me remember. But I was like, oh, you got a gift, even though like he realized so much. And I predicted that like his father wasn't really his father. So I kind of predicted that. I was like, okay, that's not your father. Sorry, dude, but whatever. Oh my god, I'm laughing because Gabriel was just called a bumblefuck. Oh my gosh, that's great. I love it. I'm gonna use that. Gonna use it. So he had to pretty much put his best friend out of misery, and I'm so sad. That's just like I don't like it when animals die. I don't. I am so sad. He lost his only friend. So I just got home a little bit ago, probably like 10 minutes ago, and I am exhausted. It's the day before Thanksgiving, so it was just super slow at the store today, and I got to listen to a lot of my audiobook of Empire of the Vampires, so that's awesome. But now I'm kind of just ready to eat my pizza that I warmed up and just sit here and continue to read this. Just relax and maybe have some eggnog. I know some people are like, oh, it's too early for eggnog. Is it though? Is it though? I don't think so. I'm gonna ask my boyfriend to go grab some for me. So, I wanted to talk about the fact that I was a little confused at first of who the vampire was, because technically they're both vampires, but Gabriel is half vampire, half human. So at first I was like super confused because somebody would be called the vampire and then what's his face would be called the monster, but then he is the vampire, he's the full vampire, and I was just, I don't know. And also, like, I know there's no romance, like, with, I'm just, I don't know. Also, Gabriel is married and has a child? A daughter? Oh my god. I've made it to book 3, and I think I'm on chapter 2 of book 3. Or no, maybe I'm on chapter 1 of book 3, so I haven't finished it yet. But I really like the way Kristoff has written this book. It's just so interesting. I mean, I like how he's being interviewed and he's pretty much telling the story, but he's talking in a way that you're reading a book, like you're following the story. I don't know, it's just so, I really like it. It's so clever. I've never read anything like it before. I'm super excited to read more of Kristoff's books. I think my next 2 TBR is the Evernight series. Is that what it is? Or is it the Nevernight? Evernight or Nevernight? I don't know. I already put it on, I used my credit on Audible, so I can have that. I already bought it with my credit, just in case. I'm ready. I need to go buy it now so I can have the physical copy, so when I don't want to listen to it, or when I don't need to listen to it, I can just sit down with a cup of tea and just sit there and read it. I am loving this book. And also, the only reason why I was thinking that there was going to be some sort of romance between Gabriel, what's his name? It starts with a P. It's not Pierre, what's his name? I know his name, but I keep forgetting it. It's like how I kept forgetting Justice's name, his horse, his best friend. Oh, it's so sad. But what is his name? I need to look really quick. It's definitely different when you read it in the book because it looks like Jean Francis, but it's like Jean. I don't know. I just need to listen to the part where he's talking Francis. Jean Fauchon. I am not very good. I mean, lately, I'm sure my boyfriend's been really annoyed because I've been like, oui. I've just been like speaking a little bit of French because they speak some French in here and it's kind of fun. It also kind of reminds me of, like, it's been wanting me to sing Hamilton, like that one scene where he's like, "Oh oui, oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette." Yeah, I don't know. That's nothing, but I was right. Jean-François. François. Sean. Jean François. Is that right? Is that right? Did I do it? Sorry, I can only speak a little bit of German. I can't speak French. Yeah. So he's the vampire. Jean is. And then, of course, Gabriel is the Silver Saint. Which, I mean, that's why I was so confused, because I remember there being, like, a vampire. I thought the monster was, like, some other, like, demon kind of creature, and then Gabriel was just the vampire. So I was a little confused with that. But, of course, you know, I figured that out a little while ago, but I just wanted to clarify. Also, I got the book with the pictures. If you can, I can't really flip this. So I got this one, and this has the pictures in it. 1 second, let me turn the thingy off. So I was a little confused because they have this picture, right? This is Gabriel with his lion tattoo. Yeah, pretty attractive, right? And also he has his tattoos on his fingers, which is his daughter's name, Patience. Oh my gosh. And then this guy is Dior. And I thought he was the vampire that was interviewing Gabriel, but he's not. I just found that out in like right before book 3. And this is why I was confused, because in the back of the book, there's this picture. And I thought, you know, something was going to happen. That's why, is something spicy going to happen between these two for some reason? So I was so confused. And now, with this, I don't know. I'm so confused because Gabriel has a wife and a child. And this looks like Dior. Doesn't it? It does. Just dressed differently. Or is his... I don't know. I'm so confused. I guess I just need to, like, read on and figure out who, what, when, where, why. And I mean, I'm not on book 4 yet, so I'm like, here, what page am I on? I need to see. Oof, I know you gotta be careful with looking at the pictures because they spoil things. Book 3. Okay. Blood and the Silver. Book 1. Suspicious. Wait, what is? Auspicious Beginnings. Maybe I'm on the 5 Laws. Okay, so I'm on the 5 Laws. Yes. I remember that. What's the next one? Hunters and Prey. Or maybe I just... No, yeah, I'm on that one. I'm on chapter 2, the 5 Laws, and this is Jean Francois, whatever, made him go back to talk about how the beginning, because he was like, excuse me, sir, you can't just, like, skip in the future and then tell me that the lady that gave you your first tattoo, you're married to her and that you have a daughter with her. You can't just skip past that. So, you need to go back and you need to tell us how, or tell me how that happened. Yeah. So I'm excited to hear about that. Maybe we'll get a little bit of romance or something in there. So he's going on his hunt. For the first time he got to leave that place. So yeah, I'm excited. I am in love. I'm not even halfway through. That makes me happy because I really like this book and I'm enjoying it, and when I enjoy something I don't want it to end. And this is the only book, which is odd for me. I'm sure you know if you watched my my favorite 10 books, which I cringe thinking about that video because, to be fair, it's my first video. Now I'm just rambling on. So let me get back into this. I'm going to sit down and read a little bit more and we'll talk. I just remembered something. I was going back and looking at the pictures. This chapter I listened to. I didn't read it. And there's this picture of... I'll probably have to censor this a little bit. But there's this picture of a lady. Right? And in this chapter, this has to be... What's her face? His wife. This has to be his wife. It starts... I know, I'm so bad with the names. It has to be his wife. Like, the sneaking into the window part, I was like, is this a dream or is this really happening? And then they were like getting all frisky. What? Like, I was like, is this a dream or is this real? Because she's hovering at your window and she's butt-ass naked. She got some long hair. I'm curious. It's been a while since I spoke, but so Gabriel just found out that he has some sort of power. He like burned that guy's arm or whatever and boiled it, the vampire, and he is trying to figure out his bloodline, and he met Astrid in there, or found her in there, and I love it. So it's the next day. I didn't get to talk much last night because I just fell asleep, so I was like, I'm not gonna record. So last night, Gabriel met Astrid, and I finally met little Chloe. I met Chloe, you know, before, like when she was an adult looking for the Holy Grail, and then we went back in the past, and we were learning how Astrid and Gabriel came to be, and apparently, you know, I talked about this yesterday, but they apparently have a daughter named Patience. Justice was his horse. I get a little sad every time I think about that. Anyways, last night, speaking of Justice saved Gabriel when he was being attacked by that vampire bitch, Vivian, I think it was, and I was like, what? That's so crazy. But anyways, I met baby Chloe, child Chloe, whatever. She is so adorable. She wanted Gabriel to teach her how to use a sword, how to defend herself, and I think that's so awesome. And then Astrid's just sitting over there like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna sit here, and she's just sketching. She doesn't want to learn any of that. And Astrid is a princess. That's interesting. I'm a little scared on what happened to Astrid, because Gabriel is like, he seems like it's hard for him to speak about it because it just brings back feelings, I guess. He was like, oh, well, I gotta have, a drink before I can speak about this. So I'm like, I hope she didn't die or something. And then that dream that he was having makes me think back on that. I showed the picture with the naked lady in the window who was who seduced him, I think. Yeah. And I thought he was dreaming. I don't know if he was dreaming, but she, seemed like a vampire, and I don't think she's, I don't know, they were getting really freaky. Well, not too freaky, but seemed like it would have gotten freaky. That makes sense. I'm just rambling. Just trying to think what's going on. Love Astrid, and I hope she's really not dead or something bad happened to her, because if so, I'm gonna be so upset. And I might cry. So I'm grabbing my headphones. We turned the radio off because it kept playing Christmas music and we were over it. So it's just nice, peace and quiet. And I'm gonna listen to the book now. It is the next day. I'm sure the last few clips were me saying it's the next day. And it's the next day again. I spaced recording and telling what was going on. I basically just listened to my headphones all day yesterday because we didn't have any music on and I just had one earbud in, so it's fine. A lot happened. Let's see. So I think I remember saying Gabriel went back in time, or no, he fast forwarded in time. Instead of his childhood, he wanted to talk about the Grail again. We found out Dior is the Holy Grail. That's very interesting. And I also wanted to say that I laughed so hard when Dior goes underwater and Chloe's like, Gabe, he can't swim. So Gabriel jumps in the water and saves him. But Dior is panicking and he's underwater and he almost drowned, and then Gabriel brings him out of the water and he's still panicking and he's pulling Gabe underneath the water and he's like, I can't swim. And he's just clinging on to him, and just the way it's described, how he's just clinging to Gabriel. I'm going to read that. I'm going to reread that. And you know what? I should just read that to you guys because it's hilarious. I love it. Also, the vampire is tracking them down. So, where did I leave off? He has his new horse, Jezebel. Not sure if that's really important, but yeah. So that was the main thing that made me laugh yesterday. I think there was another scene that made me laugh, but I would have to go back. And I also went to Barnes & Noble because it was Black Friday, so maybe I'll do a little mini haul. I didn't get that many books, so it's not going to be a long video. But yeah, so that's where we are at. And I think as of right now, I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my coffee, some peace and quiet, and maybe in like an hour I will start listening, because I don't have my physical book here and I'm at work, so I technically can't just hold a book here at the counter. Get in trouble for that one. So hello my peeps. It's been a hot minute. You don't know that, but I do. Well, you know now, but it's been probably a full week since I talked about the book, which is kind of sad. But to be fair, I was feeling a little off on Sunday, and then after that, it was my birthday, and I went out of town, so, you know, I didn't really do video stuff. I did listen to my audiobook, what was it? Not yesterday, but the day before. It's Saturday right now, so Thursday? Yeah, I think. A lot has happened. So Gabriel lost Chloe. She, like, slipped, and Gabriel found out Dior is actually a girl, not a twat, a male twat, whatever. Aaron is actually gay, which I wasn't expecting that. I was surprised. I was like, oh, I mean, that makes sense why he's so angry with, like, his father. I'm guessing his father found out that he was gay and killed the guy he was in love with, which is so sad. Sorry, I'm playing with these pens. That's just awful. So Aaron is super scared that Gabriel's gonna tell people, and he's not. He swore. They're brothers. So good for you, Gabriel. I'm glad you're not gonna tell Greyhand or anybody, because I low-key want Gabriel and Aaron to be best friends. I don't know if that will happen, but obviously Aaron probably doesn't make it anyways, because when Gabriel was speaking to Jean-Francois, however you say that, he keeps mentioning that Gabriel's the last Silver Saint. So clearly everybody's dead besides Gabriel, which is very interesting. So I'm curious to see how that happens. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Kristoff is writing the second book. So something to look forward to. However, I did read some comments. They weren't spoilers, but people were like, I'm crying, I'm dead, how could you do this? The plot twist. So I'm like, what's going on? People have cry faces, and I know, like, technically Gabriel's bound to die, but also I have a feeling that he's not going to die, that he's going to get away, that he might kill Jean-Francois, maybe. Just a little theory. I hope, because I love Gabriel. I think I'm also really curious as to why he lost his faith. Really curious. And why he can't do the silver thing. If you've read, you know. So that is all I can think of what happened. I hope I did a recap. Good enough. But today, I'm at work. Turn the music off so I don't have to listen to Christmas music. Not a Christmas hater, just a Christmas music hater, unless it's just instrumental. I hate listening to the same exact song, just different covers. So, yes. But I will be back on it. I also did my nails. They look like garbage because, so I'm a cosmetologist. I do nails. Well, I don't do nails. I know how to do them, but I don't do them on my clients. So I did them for the first time in a year. So they're looking a little raunchy. Just don't look too close. Look from afar. See, they look good from afar. Just don't look too close, okay? Don't look close. So I'm going to get to work. I'm going to work on the shelf right behind me because it needs to be done. I'm a little sad. Well, I'm actually like, Aaron and Gabriel were just starting to, kind of become friends, brothers. And then Aaron got caught. And they're gonna flail him and cast him out of San Michon, and I am super sad. Oh my god. And now Gabriel was denied to go fight, and he's pissed. And now I'm kind of wondering if Greyhand is the reason why Gabriel maybe lost his faith or something. He's very angry, and it's kind of heartbreaking, honestly. So he's just, I mean, on the plus side, him and Astrid did have a little spicy moment, but, so that was cool, but, I'm a little sad about Aaron, because I liked Aaron, even though he was kind of a douche. I always kind of liked Aaron, so I hope he doesn't, die or something. There was a battle. Gabriel found some hidden messages, blah, 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 and he was able to get Aaron and Aaron's lover, I forgot his name, to go with them to the battle. And the women came, so Astrid, they all fought too. Also, so that was pretty cool. Aaron and his lover decided to leave instead of going back to San Michon. And they are well, and they're safe. So that's good. I'm super happy about that. And then Astrid and Gabriel, they had their little sexy moment. They both actually confessed their love to each other. And now Gabriel, I guess they hid it for 5 years. That's a long time. And then she's pregnant. So I'm very curious about that. Gabriel is now a part of the Legion. So he's been initiated, I guess is a good word. So lots happening. Now we're moving on to, I just heard that she's pregnant, that Astrid is pregnant. I have finished a lot. I think I have about 4 hours left on the audiobook, and I'm just gonna listen to the rest of it because I want to do some cleaning. I didn't really talk about much yesterday. You can tell I'm really bad at this. Yeah, so what has happened is Gabriel found out that Dior is a girl, right? And this kind of went back to that instead of, continuing with Astrid. So he went back to, Dior and him traveling. Chloe is gone, which is very sad. And you remember what I was talking about, how Astrid came to his room all naked, and I showed you the picture. And when they were in the cave, Astrid was there. She was calling his name. So he followed it, and she was there. And she keeps saying, "You know why you left us?" I got a text message. She keeps saying, "You know why you left us. You shouldn't be protecting her," talking about Dior. And I'm really confused. And then now they found... It was very weird how Gabriel changed the name to Jezebel, the horse. I think that's what it was. I forgot what it is, because I don't even remember when that happened. He changed the name, but they were being chased by some interesting creatures, right? And Jezebel jumped and, killed herself. I mean, it wasn't she was just too late. So she accidentally jumped off a cliff, and she died. And Gabriel, to keep themselves warm, cut her open and put Dior in there to keep her warm. I thought that was very interesting. Yeah, sorry, I got another text message. And that was Dior. I'm super sad that, Jezebel died. 2 horses died in this book. I hate it when animals die. So now they met up at... I don't remember what city it is, but Aaron and, what is it, Batiste? Or something like that? The Forge guy. Right? That's what it is. Yeah, the Forge, whatever. Aaron's lover. He met up with them, and I was so happy to hear that they're still alive. However, the fucking evil Prince of Forever was like, "I'm gonna tear this town apart, and y'all are gonna die, and they're all gonna bleed because of you, Dior," and accidentally said that Dior was a girl because Prince of Forever thought, Dior was a guy, but Dior is a girl. And he said some shady shit. The priest was there, and Gabriel put him out of his misery, which was nice because priest was a vampire, or a wretched, I guess. I think that's the word. And now they're about to go meet Aaron in the keep. So I also want to speak on, before the Prince of Forever showed up, Gabriel and Aaron were in the chapel, the church, and Aaron was like, "Are you okay?" And they were talking about, Gabriel was like, "How can you pray to this God when he, betrayed you?" And, all this stuff. It was kind of sad. And then Aaron was like, "Are you okay?" And he didn't touch on it. And then Aaron kept asking where Astrid and Patience are. And he wouldn't elaborate. And I have a feeling that Astrid is dead, and that she keeps coming to him like it's an illusion. She's not really there, and Patience is gone as well. I do think that they are gone. I don't know how. I got a little teary at that spot because I was like, he said that it was the only thing he needed in life, and He just deserves to be happy. I want Gabriel to be happy. Ugh, I'm so lost. So, as you can tell, I'm a little teary. Astrid and Patience are dead. And now I think he's gonna go on and say how it happened. And I don't really want to know, but I have to know, and I'll probably cry because it's so sad. Love makes me sad. Poor Gabriel. So I finished it. I couldn't just stop listening to it. I couldn't. It was too good. I didn't even want to stop to record. I had to listen to it. Oh, man, those last 40 minutes were just... And there is a bit of a cliffhanger. Patience and Astrid are dead. Sadly, I guess. The King of Forever, Voss, killed the daughter in front of him, and Gabriel went and pulled Ash out. I don't know if I've ever mentioned Ash. Ash is his sword, and Ash speaks to him, and that's how Ash broke. And Ash, apologized to Gabriel, and was like, I failed you that day. And I was like, Ash. Ash. I love Ash. Ash is just freaking crazy. They're in the town with Aaron, and Latisse, or Aaron's lover, whatever. And they are there, and they decide to have a feast. Basically, in the room, Dior and Gabriel were talking, and Gabriel finally told Dior how Astrid and Patience died. And I think when Gabriel was telling this, Jean-Francois was like, I think he shed a tear. I don't know if that was him or if that was Gabriel. I shed a tear, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. I was very saddened that I kind of knew, because he did speak in past tense as if they were no longer, and Dior mentioned that too, which is why she was like, hey, what's wrong? I heard you and Aaron talking, please elaborate. And she was apologizing to him, and she was sorry, and because she didn't want more people to die for him, or for her. She didn't want anybody to die protecting her. So, super sad. Then Dior promised Gabriel that she would stay in her room, and she did not. She left. She took the snow dogs from Aaron and left, and then they ended up appearing. And I've been wondering who Lathy is for this whole entire thing. The moth lady. From the beginning, I was like, dude, why don't you just ask her questions? Why don't you just get into it and see why she wants to protect Dior or take her away and not have Voss have her? I was just like, just ask her questions. Just do it. And we found out that, okay, let's not skip forward. So Lathy was there and actually was helping Dior and Gabriel fight off Voss and like 10 other vampires. And Dior, Voss, and Gabriel were fighting. Mainly Gabriel and Voss. And then Voss ended up like throwing his sword, Gabriel's. It like stuck him in the chest and he threw it through Ash, and I guess Dior cut her hand, got her blood on there, and then stabbed Voss with it, and it killed him. So, wait, no, not Voss, Danton. Oh man, not Voss, Danton. Voss is dead, but we don't know how that happened yet, so, which I'm guessing is in the second book. I will tell you, because this is all fresh in my brain. So that happened. Danton dies, and then Lathy is trying to say, hey, come with me, you will be safe, you will not die, I am here to protect you. And Gabriel's like, fuck you, you're a leech, get out of here, bitch. And Dior is like, no, I don't want to go with you, I'm staying with him. And then finally, Greyhand and some other Silver Saints show up, right? Lathy moths away, turns into moths and disappears. And he meets Greyhand. He has a lot of anger towards Greyhand still. And I was like, well, I mean, get over it, Gabriel. But then also I'm like, well, you know, I understand why you hate him so much. I mean, Greyhand is kind of a dick anyways. Like, he's always been a dick. So moving forward, Gabriel tells Dior that he's not going to leave her. He's going to stay with her. He's going to go to Saint Michon with her. And Chloe's alive. Chloe is alive. Chloe. What do I say about her after I know what happened? So they end up going back. Greyhand and him talk. They had like a little argument, and then Greyhand ends up saying too much. And you know what this fucker says? He says, yeah, well, we're gonna have to spill her blood and basically kill her. I mean, those weren't his words. Those are my words. And Gabriel's like, excuse me, what? What did you just say? You were gonna kill? You're gonna sacrifice Dior? And he was like, oh, hell no. So he, like, punched Greyhand, and Greyhand ends up, he tells some other Silver Saints to attack him and get him. And to be fair, Greyhand did give him a Silver Saint's death. He took him to the bridge. So, I mean, cool, but also he was trying to save a 16-year-old girl from being murdered. Like, she didn't know that she was being murdered. Ugh! And Gabriel's throat is slit by Greyhand. Greyhand does it. And then, as Gabriel is dying, he sees moths. And guess who's there? I'm sure you know. Lathy. Lathy is there. She saved Gabriel. She gave Gabriel her blood. And he was like, you leech, you wretched, you're so gross, how could you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, he was saying a whole bunch of derogatory things to her. And then she's like, do you not recognize me? Do you not know who I am? And she takes her mask off, and he's like, it can't be. Guess who Lathy is? Lathy is the little hellion. Do you know who the hellion is? Do you remember who the hellion is? His sister. His sister is alive. She did not burn in the fire, which why she wears a mask is because she has like half of her face. She was turned into a vampire. She survived and she became a Lathy. So I don't really quite remember. That's just like the term. We didn't get to hear what Lathy is or anything because Gabriel is with her, and then she's like, we don't have enough time to talk about this, to talk about the last 15 years that I've been gone. We don't have time to chit and chat. She said she hated him. I'm a little interested about that. Also, she's like, you have to go save Dior, so he gets his ass up there and he kills Gabriel. Gabriel killed Greyhand. He killed him, and Dior was like, Chloe, let me go, because Chloe was reading the thing, and she was like, I can't, this is his will, he's got to, this is gonna save all of us, death's end, you know, you're the Grail, you will help us. And Gabriel finally, he killed Greyhand, and then Chloe was trying to like stop him and be like, hey, you know, this is what it's supposed to be, this was meant to be. And Gabriel was like, fuck his plan, and stabbed Chloe. He killed Chloe. Chloe is dead. And you know what? After her little lies, I am just like, Chloe, I liked you. I really liked you. I thought you were sweet. I thought you were cute. And then you betrayed us. You betrayed Dior. Everybody leaves Dior. Everybody. And you know what? She wasn't with her from the beginning. She was not. She was a traitor. She just wanted... Dior didn't even know that she was a sacrifice. Ugh, makes me so angry. So Gabriel saves her. And then... that's the end. Right? That's the end of that. We don't get to hear any more. He is like, okay, let's go meet my sister. That's that. And then it goes back to Jean-Francois and Gabriel talking in the cell. And Gabriel is like, well, okay, Jean-Francois was saying, well, it's almost dawn, so it's time to wrap it up and we will continue tomorrow, right? I don't know what accent that is. And Gabriel's like, yeah, but could I have a smoke? And Jean-Francois gives him a smoke, and Gabriel tries to kill him. Tries to kill Jean-Francois, which he failed, unfortunately. At first I was like, oh no, I like Jean-Francois, because he's kind of just, I love their banter. It's just so funny. I don't know. I like Jean-Francois. I do. I don't think he's as bad as he says. I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know. He could be a really bad guy. He just seems cool, you know? And I don't think I'm the only one who likes Jean-Francois. I do. I like him. And after that, he tries to kill him. Jean-Francois comes back very angry, and he's like, can't blame a man for trying. Well, Gabriel said that. And then Gabriel said some things, you know. And that was that. So, my thoughts? It was a great book. I loved it. I think I didn't really believe people when they said that, you know, it was the best book they've read out of the whole year. More than From Blood and Ash and Shadow and Ember. I read From Blood and Ash this year and A Shadow and Ember. I read like that whole series as soon as I loved it. And I was like, this is the book of the year. And then I read Empire of the Vampire, and no. This book is God tier. God tier. This is, I loved it. I love the writing, and I gotta go back and look in the book, because these last chapters I've been cleaning. Well, I've been rearranging my bedroom. Not that that matters, but I've just listened to it, and I need to go in the book and look at the pictures because I love the art. It's just so cool. Oh man, I can't. I'm so excited for book 2. Jay Kristoff said that it took him 2 years to write it. He had it in his mind, and then it took him a year or something like that. He had it in his mind for a year, and then the second year he actually wrote it. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I will. But that is it. I loved it, and I recommend anybody read it. I will say that I'm not like super religious, so I was a little worried about the whole God thing, like if it would be too much for me, and it wasn't. Like, I loved it. Gabriel is an amazing character. I wasn't so sure about Dior at first. I was like, this prick. And then I fell in love with Dior, and Gabriel started, protecting Dior like she was his own. Oh my god. Oh god, look at my cat back there. Since I'm cleaning, they're all just like running around. I want to read it again, but also I want to read more of Jay Kristoff. I think I'm actually going to read Evernight, I think it is. That is his other series. So I want to read that next. I might read a different book to kind of break it up, so it's not the same author. We'll see. So if you enjoyed this vlog, I know I'm really bad at being super consistent. I wanted to finish this like a week ago. I didn't though, because things come up. But if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed listening, let's chat about it in the comments, because I want to know if you guys, I hope whoever is watching this watched it too, and I'm not just spoiling. Of course I'm going to say spoilers, but yes. So if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. You can follow me on my social medias. And I think this is my dog telling me that he wants to go outside. So I am going to go do that. Hope you all have an amazing day. And sorry for the lighting at the end of this video, but it's a vlog, so what are you going to do? Bye.